Now, that's a sore point. That is a sore point.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there was the Stasi, because you were worried that, because you sent a few letters back to these people, right?
Yep.
And you were worried that they'd be intercepted by the Stasi.
Well, I knew the Stasi would read them.
Uh-huh.
And what happened is the Stasi threw out half of the letters because they went to regional post offices. Half the regional post offices, they threw them all out. The other half, they got delivered. And I found that out because people wrote back to me even though I said I couldn't write to you. And I found I wasn't getting letters from whole sections of East Germany. So I visited some of these people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, one of them, I knocked on the door of a woman, and she had gotten my my first letter, but not the mass letter.
Mm-hmm.
I knocked on the door and said, "Hi, I'm Randy Bytwerk. You wrote to me a couple of months ago. Here I am."
I would be shocked if I was that woman.
She was surprised.
Yes.
Yeah. She was surprised.
I'm sure she was friendly, though.
Well, she was friendly. We chatted for a while, and then we made a date to meet at a restaurant the next week. And when we met, she looked at me and said, "You know, Randy, when you left last week, I was kind of afraid you were with the Stasi."
The undercover German.
The spy agency.
Yes.
Well, you know, I felt almost flattered.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones Bytwerk.
Right. James Bond Bytwerk.
Absolutely. Nobody ever thought of me in that way before. But, you know, she explained why. It turned out she'd had some run-ins with the Stasi, and it was so unusual that an American address would actually appear that it made sense. I just might be with them, trying to smoke out people who were politically unreliable.
Sure.
But unfortunately, the Stasi itself didn't think that was worth keeping an eye on, because I did kind of a freedom of information request for the Stasi after the Berlin Wall came down. They didn't have anything on me.
Nothing.
Now,
How insulting.
they did console me that
Okay.
at the tail end, the Stasi burned lots of their most confidential and secret files. And maybe I was in there.
Right.
But I was deeply disappointed.
I can see it. I can see it now. Bytwerk.
Yeah.
You know, this big long file, and they
Yeah.
burn it. But
And the FBI didn't have a file on me either.
really?
No.
Now that surprises me.
I mean, I got all these letters from East Germany. I used to get all kinds of communist magazines and newspapers in the mail. I used to get American neo-Nazi stuff. I thought if the FBI was doing its job, they should keep an eye on me.
That makes me a little worried. Really? Well, I mean,
But I did a freedom of information request, and they didn't say
had
anything about
nothing.
me either.
Wow.
It was a blow to my pride.
Well, maybe they burned it.
I don't know.
Could be.
I'm
Anyway.
still recovering.
Well, that's very interesting. And you do a little bit of work on Wikipedia as well.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you've kind of had this growing battle with Wikipedia. A lot of people like to kind of prank Wikipedia, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you one of these people who patrols for? Tell me a little bit about what you do on Wikipedia.
Well, when I started playing around with Wikipedia, it was kind of entertaining, and I tried to improve the text of some of the articles. But the problem with Wikipedia, of course, is you can come up with the most brilliant sentence in the history of the English language, and 30 seconds later somebody changes it to nonsense.
Right, some bonehead.
Yeah. So, in fact, actually, one of my classes I talked about Wikipedia, and my students were quite interested. So lo and behold, I promptly found, half hour after I talked about it in my class, someone from Calvin, my class, had vandalized the Hope College article and done something to say Calvin was the greatest place in the universe, which may be true, but probably isn't appropriate for Wikipedia. So you got to watch what you tell the students. Sometimes they listen, you know.
Right.
But anyway, I finally decided that it wasn't worth time trying to improve the prose on most of the articles. But a lot of the articles I thought had lousy support.
Right.
Bad sources, bad websites. I mean, for instance, the Hitler article linked to something called the Hitler Historical Museum, which sounds good, except it's a neo-Nazi website.
Oh.
And so you've got all these people who come to Wikipedia, you
And
know,
then link to that site.
innocent
Yeah,
seventh
yeah,
graders who
right.
think that the Hitler Historical Museum was a good place to get information.
Yeah.
So I've been working on Wikipedia to maybe an hour or so a week, when I get around to it, to get rid of bad sources and put in better ones. And that's actually worked. I finally got the Hitler
Really?
Historical Museum out, and so the articles have better sources than they did before.
Okay. Well, it's a very noteworthy cause. Very
It's worth the
noteworthy
effort.
cause.
Worth the
Yeah.
effort.
Policing Wikipedia. So I actually had you in class last year. I don't know if you remember me.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget? You don't want to go into that, do
Is
you?
it too late to get... No. Well, I mean, we can if you want. Are you grading me right now on this interview here?
It's a thought.
In your mind, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no chance I could get maybe a little extra credit post...
Well, listen, Ben, if you'd put as much effort into my class as you put into Calvin tonight, you wouldn't need to be asking the question, would you?
I guess not. Well, I really don't put in much effort here.
I see. Well, I
But,
showed them the classwork too, didn't it?
Sure.
Yeah,
sure, I
okay,
guess so.
okay.
I tried. I really did. Anyway, hey, thanks so much for joining us. Let's hear a big hand for Professor Randall Bytwerk. Thank you very much.
Certainly.
Yes. Up next, we have with us to make a very special announcement, we have Ryan Arlen Eldridge. Let's welcome him out today. Ryan Arlen Eldridge to make a very special announcement. Yeah. So what's the Ryan? Because I know everybody calls you Arlen.
Yeah, it's my
just don't like
first
Ryan?
name. Arlen's the middle name.
You just don't like Ryan, or do you think
Yeah.
Arlen's cooler?
Arlen's cooler, yeah.
Well, there's not very many Arlens in the world, I gotta say. So, okay.
There you go.
Well, I have no idea what you're gonna tell us today, so
Okay.
surprise me.
Calvin College. Today we will announce that we are going to put on a rock, paper, scissors tournament.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's
Actually, if this airs on Monday, which
Yeah.
I think it does, then we will have a show on after this show about the rock, paper, scissors tournament.
Okay.
So for more information, they can watch that.
Great. Yeah, tune in right after this to see the rock paper scissors tournament. I think we have some models out here. I saw some guys walking
wanted
around in some tight
A
shirts.
demonstration.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's get them out here. Big hand for our rock paper scissors specialists. Oh, look at these burly guys. Wow. Okay, so what are you guys here for? You just going to show us how to play?
We are.
Yeah,
Okay.
different techniques.
There are different techniques?
Yes.
Wow. All right. Arlen, you want to go over the rules real quick for us, just in
Okay.
case?
For this little bout here, we're gonna go 3 primes.
Okay.
Okay.
Three
Rock,
primes and
paper,
then draw.
scissors. Then you
Shoot,
throw.
Of course, naturally.
All right.
We'll go best out of 3.
Old school.
All right, boys.
Money's on the black shirt guy.
No.
He's gonna win.
No, no, it's the white guy here. The blonde. Come on, man.